Action.
I was in high school the very first time a girl told me she had a train ran on her, a chugga chugga choo choo, and I wondered to myself because my whole frame of reference was based on the Bible at the time. I just didn't even know, and it was before the internet, so I just didn't even know. And I was like, why in the world would any girl like let boys do that to her? And now, like when I look back at my younger self, I'm thinking about like who I was as a kid. I was like, oh my gosh, boy, you was naive. Oh my God, you didn't know what you learn as you grow is that hey, as a man right now, if two beautiful women came in here right now and started doing the wildest, craziest things to me, I'm like, oh my God, I would not make them stop. And so now I look at a young woman and the power. Hey, Devin the Dude made a song. Anybody know who Devin the Dude is? On one of his album covers, he's sitting there on the pot smoking a J, but they had a song, The Power of the Pussy. That's why men, they try to dress fly. Hell yeah. We're doing everything in our power just to get the female attention. And so once our I can't tell nobody to shame nobody, but once it became socially acceptable that a woman could just walk around and throw that thing and throw them cakes, it's like a smorgasbord. It's fantastic out here. You get to see all the most beautiful women wearing the least amount of clothes, and you ain't even got to have no imagination. It's just right there. It's like better than HBO. It's better than Cinemax. Like real life is better than softcore stuff in the 90s. Just going to the grocery store. Why are you talking like that? That's so wrong. No, 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 no. I want to explore the idea of equality because I think equality is great. I think the idea of equality is wonderful until you actually have to implement the idea of equality. What do I mean? I've been on workplaces, so many different workspaces with women, right? And socially, women just expect men to do the hard stuff. If there's something heavy, I just expect you to do the heavy lifting. Why? Why? And so, like, if we're working together as me and some women, and we have to unload a truck, guess what those women finna do? They finna skedaddle. That's another thing. That's another thing about women that I've learned in my life. Y'all just lie. You just lie a lot. You know, everybody lies, but women have permission to lie to your face, and it's just okay. You be like, a woman will say something to you with a straight face and say something like, well, you just don't understand. It's because I'm a woman. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? But what I don't understand that women have the permission to just lie, like unapologetically, just like whatever. For example, if you don't believe me, politics. Kamala Harris just lost the election, and she lost in such a devastating way. But still, there are women on television talking about she ran a perfect campaign, and I was like, hold on, wait, don't make my head explode. How can you say that? If in any sport, if you pitch the perfect game in baseball, man, that means you won. That's the only way that you pitch a perfect game is if you win. If you do anything in a perfect way, it's so excellent that it couldn't be done any better. But if you run for president and you don't win, it's impossible for you to have ran a perfect campaign. And so for Joy Reid to say that, it's like, wait, what world do you live in? I know the world that she lives in. The world where you can have dark skin, put on like some type of yellow wig on top of your head and act like I'm beautiful because God made me beautiful. But look. That's the lie that women tell to each other. But this is the lie that men tell to women. It's not even a lie, it's the truth. I don't care if you got a little nasty ass yellow wig on top of your head and look like Joy Reid. Some man is going to have a great time with you because men just want access to that cool J. They just do. That is a superpower in the world, and for anyone to acknowledge that that's the truth, like I think the most powerful thing that any person can do is to say no. Like if you don't have the ability to say no, then like especially in physical encounters, that means you took the cookie. And if you take the cookie, it means you go to prison for a real long time because that's a terrible crime. Now in America, right? If she gets pregnant, in most places she has the option to say, I don't want this baby. Man, before she even gets to that place, I don't want the man. What a privilege it is for men to have babies. I mean, historically, only the most biggest and savage of men are able to reproduce because these are the people that women want to be around. I mean, who wants to have a baby by a person who can't take care of himself? That's a modern day question. Like for me, I ask you, women, right now, you women in America, man, but I'm exploring equality, and I'm doing the weave, like what I'm saying, Trump 92. If you say, what the hell do you mean by Trump 92? I just lost a whole bunch of the audience because to acknowledge that we have an incoming president who is also the president number 45, and now he's 47. 47 and 45, what does that make? It makes 92, huh? That means Big Trump 92. For me to acknowledge that this person is the president, then all of a sudden a large segment of the population is going to lose their mind. And I just want to weave right back into the idea of equality because, you know what I'm saying, the ability to say no, that is so powerful. And so men in America, when it comes to children, I don't ever have the ability to say yes or no. I just get I get the privilege of entering into a woman's body, and I should be so thankful for being able to go into Mother Goddess, the creation of all life. And then after that, right, they say, well, put on a rubber. And I'm like, man, hold on. I know you're talking about responsibility, but we can't even talk about the things that are really important. Like, we need children to sustain a society. And right now, we're not creating enough children to sustain our society from 2 generations from now. But if you say that out loud, then we got overpopulation. Do you even know what overpopulation is? If the solution to your problem is to start executing things, that's probably a terrible solution. If the solution to the overpopulation crisis in the world is the thought that maybe we shouldn't have more people, maybe we should have more Planned Parenthoods, maybe we should have more Plan Bs, maybe men should be abstinent, maybe people should go and hook up with the same sex. If that's the solution to your problem, then man, those are terrible solutions. And maybe you should have a better conversation. Maybe you should just be thankful for life, right? Be thankful for babies. Be thankful for the fact that your mama made you. It should be that simple, but it's not that simple because we're living in a society where like the lie, this idea. And I started with women because I think that's the wedge issue right now. If a grown man can make a decision and say that in 5 seconds from now, all of a sudden, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, I'm now a woman and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to change anything. That's the craziest, most illogical idea in the history of the world. And I'll just tell you, man, I was afraid. I didn't want to talk about it because who knows how society will respond to me. Yeah. Most societies don't respond well to liars, okay? Most societies don't respond well to men who don't want to fulfill their social responsibility to do hard things, right? And now, how can you have equality when men are still expected to do the hard things? I don't care what the situation is. If you got a wife right now, you're not even a free person. If you're a married man right now, you're a slave to your wife. If your wife says, go clean out that dishwasher, bring in the clothes, whatever, and if you don't do it, and she goes to Holiday Inn and pays for the Holiday Inn with your card and then divorces you and takes half of whatever that you just built up, you can't say no. Just say, okay, baby, I love you. You're Mother Goddess. You're the queen. You're and say, men don't complain. So, who's complaining? I'm having a conversation. I say that word very specifically because I got a text message from one of my baby mothers. Yeah, I have multiple baby mothers, and so pick one, any, many, miny, mo of the baby mamas that I'm talking about. And she said whining. She said she texted the word whining, and I was like, hold on, And I said, hey, that's an insult. But she said, that's not an insult because a woman has the ability to slight you in such a way. Well, don't be sensitive. I say, hey, so if I say, hey, you stupid bitch, don't be too sensitive. She said, man, that's aggressive, huh? I can't be directly aggressive, but you be passive aggressive, and there's no nuance in the conversation because the social norms have to be adhered to, but we have political norms. I mean, y'all said Kamala ran the perfect campaign. I'm like, yo, y'all said Lizzo was beautiful. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. I tell you what, man, that's a really old song. Do y'all remember Juvenile that back that ass up? I think that's the name of the song. So where she get it from? She get it from her mama. Maybe that's the song. She get it from her mama. I'm like, hey, where did she get all this lying from? She get it from her mama. Where does she get this hypersexuality from? She get it from her mama. Like, where does she get all these bad morals and concepts? She get it from her mama. Hey, is there any responsibility for the women who have reared and nurtured these horrible, horrible generation of women? Can somebody tell me why? They lie, they lie. I don't want to lie. Hell no, I don't want to lie, man. I want to tell the truth and have honest conversations on how we like really move the society forward. Like it's about another new year is coming. We going into like it's almost 2030. And they say by 2030, 50% of women over the age of 30 are going to be single and childless. And I'm like, hell yeah, I understand why. Because we've perpetuated this idea that women can just do and say whatever. They have no social responsibility whatsoever. Your social responsibility, your physical responsibility, your God-given duty is not to make babies. Hell no. It's to act like a man, talk like a man, go to work like a man, be able to sustain yourself out of the fear. Because what if a man don't want to take care of you? God damn. Hey, you know what you're supposed to do? Like, life is very competitive. If I don't like something, then I don't want it, right? So if you want a man, then he has to like you. You have to behave in a way that he finds pleasing and pleasant. And if you don't, he has the ability to say, please get away from me, as far away from me as possible. But you know what? You can't even do that as a man in America. Let a woman come stay with you for a couple of days, and oh my God, then all of a sudden, to her, it's her entitlement to be call the police. Sir, why was she here? Man, well, she can't go anywhere. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't even have the right to autonomy in my own home in America. Shit, it depends on your jurisdiction. And you can have so many different conversations about what it means to be equal. Women have equality plus, hell yeah. They're treated equal in every political situation, every economic situation, and the plus they can lie. They can just lie, hell yeah, and say I was mistreated. He said this, he said that. I was hurt in this some type of way, and just by default, you get the sympathy. And you know what? I don't even think it's wrong. I think that's how the world has always been. And I just want to be honest. I just want to just acknowledge that. Just look me in my eyes and tell me, yep, yep, yep. I do have equality plus. And you know what? It is hard for men. And it's supposed to be hard for men. But men aren't supposed to believe the lie.
The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive. The greatest American alive.